When you think of the Midwest, creative talent isn't the first thing that comes to mind. Amongst the vast farmland and countryside are creatives of all types. Filmmakers, photographers, graphic designers, music composers, sculptors. Our team is here to showcase those artists to the world. Welcome to The Next Frame.
My name is Justin Jackson, born and raised in Asheville, North Carolina, residing in Greendale, Wisconsin, and I am co-owner of Media Bolt Productions. At Media Bolt Productions, we plan, shoot, and edit films to help tell your company's story. We show life's greatest moments. We tell stories of triumph. And we take the viewer on a visceral, visual journey.
Let us tell your story.
Media Bolt Productions came about in 2020. I was working with a agency prior to that ended up shutting its doors, and one of the creatives there, Eric, was a owner in that business, and instead of them being completely done, there was some opportunity for us to continue, and me and Eric decided to come together and start Media Bolt Productions, and it was an amazing start. My first business at the worst time possible. I was having my first child, and we were in the middle of a pandemic, so starting a business was didn't seem like the brightest idea, but it actually was the perfect timing for both of us. Really opened up the whole world to us, man. Like, I got to be a full-time filmmaker and own my own business. Media Bolt, what it means, to be honest with you, we were looking for a cool name that stood out, and I think the electricity and having energy is a cool thing, and I think that was kind of where we started with it, and a couple different things we do kind of have that branding of, you know, the electricity kind of involved in it, but other than that, I think it just sounds cool, and that was the reason we went with Media Bolt. At the end of the day, create a brand and something that stands out, that's unique, and creating community around that brand. So me and Eric, it's cool because we're very different, but when we're together, we make things whole. He's like the fixer, the MacGyver, makes things happen when it comes to like, what's the process to doing that? And I'm kind of the left brain dreamer, visualize the guy, and then we come together and we can like make something that not only can be exciting and fun and creative, but also we can get the production done properly and technically correct. We work really well together. I've always been a creative. I loved drawing growing up. I always took art class, but I was a jock and ended up playing professional baseball for 10 years. And during that time, just never really tapped into the creative too much. It really, at the end of my career, when I knew the writing was on the wall, trying to figure out what was gonna happen next was tough for me. And it ended up being me buying a camera so that I could do coaching videos. I thought that was my path, to stay in baseball and do coaching videos. And from that, I just fell in love with the craft of filmmaking. Just messing around with cameras, being creative, taking photos, kind of everything at the beginning. So what's good? I am vlogging on the Ronin S right now. This is the first time I've ever used this thing. It is spectacular. Early on, so I did a vlog called Ball is Life. That traveled with me every couple days throughout my baseball career. And I would do like a weekly vlog with that. And that's when I really started being more interested in storytelling. So the storytelling aspect, I really started to kind of gravitate towards. And I think that's what really made me really buy into being a filmmaker. Fortunate enough to have in my professional contract, there was a situation where I could go back to college and it was paid for through my contract. So I went to the LA Film School. I did a digital online program. And that's what really kind of made me dive into the nuances of filmmaking for the first time. Going to film school, I never believed that that's the only path. It was something that I had the opportunity and the resource available for me. And I wasn't gonna miss that opportunity because it was kind of there for me to do. Definitely helped me a ton with being classically trained, but I also enjoy the guerrilla side of it, just kind of run and gun and just kind of making it happen aspect, and being able to combine both of those in the right times and the right situation, I think, is key. I do not believe you ultimately need a film degree to get a job in the industry. It's really great for networking more than anything, but I'd say overall, I've learned immensely more from being on set with people, from working with different creatives, from doing my own research. I mean, YouTube University is just as powerful and maybe even more so in a lot of different things. When you learn online, you might miss some things, whereas film school might fill those gaps a little quicker, but eventually you'll find it if you know what you're searching for, or if you have a mentor, and mentorship is really important too. Being a creative and learning in the Midwest, in Milwaukee specifically, I think is really cool. And I came through, I think, at a good time. My initial, filmmaking group really was more of like content creator group. We were all learning kind of together. So I was really into, the photography groups, the walks, photo walks, content creator groups. And a lot of those people that I met at that time, we've all kind of pushed forward and forged forward to kind of be more filmmaker specific and grow in that regard. So I think early on, I didn't really know a lot of people and didn't meet a lot of people that were willing to kind of, give that advice at that time. So that's why I really feel like it's important for me now to give as much advice and work with as many people and share knowledge and just whatever it is that we might have learned in the past couple years. It's such a great collaborative environment here in Milwaukee now, and a lot of the young energy that's in the market is just great, and people just want to be on set together and grow this place, because at the end of the day, Milwaukee only can be as good as we want to make it as a group, and as a community. So I think as long as I can do my part in any way to kind of continue that, because I know kind of how I felt when I started, feeling kind of like not a part of the group, and now where we're at, it's really cool to see the growth, and I'm just excited for how this thing expands. Currently, we're working on a project. It's a baseball project called Dreams Fuel Greatness. And for me, it's kind of my first time jumping back into the baseball mindset fully from a narrative perspective. I'm kind of putting myself back in those same feelings again for the first time, to tell a story of a young African-American kid growing up to being a major league ball player, so that any kid, not just Black kids, can look and see this and dream bigger than their reality. So that's what the project's really about at the end of the day. And it's an important story to me because it talks about the lack of baseball players that are African American in the major leagues. It's around 6% now, major league players are African American, down from almost 17% in the 1980s. Just to be an inspiration to kids so that they want to be a major leaguer, see somebody in their own shoes that can do that. Because for me, when I was a professional baseball player, it didn't start because I just knew I was going to do it. I got to see people and know that it was a tangible goal. Same thing with being a filmmaker, being able to see and follow people that, I can do this too. And I think that's the first step to actually getting to whatever your dreams are, is believing that it's possible and seeing somebody doing that. So that's what Dreams Fuel Greatness is about. I'm really excited to be able to direct something that means so much to me.
His ability to handle major league pitching. Let's go!
The biggest teacher, I think, for filmmakers is being on set. The amount of time you're on set, I think, exponentially grows your growth, because you're learning things in real time. You're able to see things a lot differently, especially when you're on a set where you're kind of maybe uncomfortable, or like in a situation where things are new. That's the best place to be, because you're going to grow in that environment. But being on set and being able to talk with creatives and find people that are willing to share their wealth of knowledge. I mean, that's, to me, the best learner, better than film school, better than, any other thing. Being on set is it. One of the big projects that I really always look to when I'm like, that was amazing that we were a part of and got to work with is our Made in Milwaukee project.
What up, Milwaukee? Happy 414 Day. Here, the craft speaks for itself. The heartbeats of a city that never quits. A city that doesn't just rise with the sun, but pushes the day forward. This is where champions are made.
Hey, rise and grind, it's time to get it, baby. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Give me one more. Yeah.
Our individuality isn't just an act. It's a reflection of our strength.
They said that I'd never come this far. Ignore voices talking down my tongue. You stop, baby.
We aren't just making art, we're crafting legacies. It's more than talent, it's a testament to what we're made of. We are the makers, the dreamers, the doers.
One of the greatest nights in Milwaukee sports history ends in a coronation.
I love the city in the mornings, just the hustle and bustle, the noises, the grind. Makes me feel alive.
From the murals that adorn our streets to the melodies that echo through our neighborhoods, our art tells the story of Milwaukee's grit and grace. Where creativity is met through grit and grind, where resilience meets elegance, shaping the future of our city with every creation, every innovation, and every bold step forward. This is Milwaukee, made of resilience, made of creativity, made of us.
I think it was really a breakout moment for us as a company and just getting involved with the community. That was overall what it was about, to highlight different people in the community, athletes, artists, creatives, and also bring those people on board on the crew side of it as well, where we ended up having around 17 different crew members involved in that. A lot of people we worked with for the very first time that we had never been on set with, a lot of people that we had worked with before, some really amazing people that were way better than me at a lot of things, but it was cool to be on the same playing field and work together to make something. We had people that had been in the industry for 10 years. We had people that just bought a camera a couple months ago. Some of the roles we had people coming on almost as interns in a way, their first big set they've been on. So I think it's really important to share back and give back and reinvest into the community of filmmaking too. Especially for me, when I see somebody that's hungry and wants to be great at what they do, tag along, come through, stay in touch. We try to build a list of filmmakers so that we have lists of people to reach out to when things are going on. Because I think it is important for people to have that opportunity, because like I said, it was years before I got on a big set and got to get those opportunities, because whether I was not invited or just didn't know where to go to get that experience. So for me, I had to kind of create that experience, and me and Eric have worked really hard to kind of create that environment so that we could have those bigger sets. Made in Milwaukee is just something that I think was a big pivot point for me as a filmmaker, and really opening my eyes to what's really possible as a filmmaker, Milwaukee's just in a great place. This younger generation, even younger than us, it's in good hands moving forward, and all we can do is just continue to push the ball forward. For somebody that has the aspirations to be a filmmaker and do it at a high level and support your family and do it big, I guess you could say, the number one thing, you have to believe in yourself more than anybody else. When things get tough and things hit the wall and you're down and out, you got to believe that you can make it, because no one else will. And as you start to believe, other people will believe in you as well. So it's got to start within. Put your best foot forward, and if you fail, do it again, because the most successful people fail more than you've ever even tried. So that's really important, to just get out there and go for it. Playing it safe will stymie your growth. Take risks. If it doesn't work out, it's a learning experience. If it works out, it keeps propelling you forward. So in any event, you're getting something positive out of it, even when the negative stuff happens.
Hey, rise and grind. It's time to get it, baby. Lock in, drive, push, go, push. Let's go, pick it up.
You gotta fall in love with the journey and where you're at. We're not all gonna be Steven Spielberg. Not all gonna get there and get to Hollywood, but there's a journey to wherever your ceiling is. And when you enjoy that process and not worrying so much about the money or the fame or the accolades, all that can go out the window. But like just for me today, for instance, me getting to sit here in this seat, like, I love doing this stuff. It's not about like making $1 million on a project or whatever, because I just enjoy the process. And if you're process driven, then what other people are doing isn't gonna affect the way that you think about yourself and your own spirit, you know what I mean? So being process driven and loving the journey is super key. Being a production company owner, I think for me, one of the big things that I strive for is just helping this community of Milwaukee, Wisconsin filmmakers like grow. We started the Media Boat podcast in 2023.
Hello and welcome to the Media Boat Podcast. Whether you're hitting record on your phone for the first time or working on your next big production, we're going to tackle all the big tips, tools, tricks, advice, everything to get you covered. Today we've got...
For us, it was important to, number one, start talking and meeting and networking. And I think that was part of the plan. And then number two is to bring information to other people, people that might not get those opportunities to learn certain things. And that was a big key for us. And it really turned into an amazing environment, because those people that we were having on the podcast, other things snowballed from it afterwards. All these projects that we've done afterwards, is mainly from people that were on the podcast and starting to grow the network. And that's one way that we've been able to kind of give back to the community, highlight people. A lot of it is like, who can we have on that can talk about their projects and what they're doing, so we can just bring more insight to what other people are doing. So I think the podcast was and has been one of my favorite things that we've done as a company, and something I would have never really guessed at the beginning I'd even be doing, to be honest. And one of my favorite things to do when we get a chance to film.
I just want everybody to want to collaborate with one another, because there's so much talent. You've seen the talent. You brought it right here on your show. So we're all here.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what's amazing about Milwaukee is there's people that are we're all trying to aspire to be as great as we can be, but we're sharing. And I always tell my little kids, sharing is caring. That's like literally what this community is about, and it's so beautiful. No matter where you're watching this episode, if you could do us a huge favor,
You'll hit the good buttons, and without a doubt, go check his work out, and maybe you'll see yourself on the set with him at some point. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.
Part of my mission statement as a filmmaker is being able to bring those opportunities here to Milwaukee. And I think it really comes down to building that ecosystem, building that community, so that these brands and these other things that could be going on in these movies potentially, if certain things get passed, can happen here, and all the people are here to make it happen, and they don't have to fly everybody in. I truly believe that we can create that environment here. You know, my family's here, I have children here. We're not going anywhere. This is where I live and where I'm gonna be and grow old at. So it's up to me and up to people like me to grow this community and make it happen. And I 100% believe that you can build something where you can take care of your family. You can also, you know, do all the fun projects you wanna do here in Milwaukee.
Running